children, let's read the new story on the great Kapok tree, a tale of the Amazon rainforest by Lynne. Hey children, have you ever visited forest?
No.
No? Let me visit your forest. In the forest, you can see the map over here. In the forest, you will see so many wild animals like jaguar, monkeys, then cheetah, then iguana, then so many things like snake. So many animals you can see in the forest. Butterflies, so many butterflies you can see over here.
And some birds.
Let's read the story.
Yes.
The Great Kapok Tree, a tale of the Amazon rainforest. Once upon a time, two men walked into the rainforest.
Rainforest.
Moments before, the forest had been alive with the sounds of squawking birds and the howling monkeys. Now all was quiet as the creatures watched the two men and wondered why they had come. The larger man stopped and pointed to a great kapok tree. You can see great kapok tree over here. He's pointing this tree. Then he left. The smaller man took the axe and he carried and struck the trunk of the tree. Hey children, this is the great kapok tree's trunk. And these men carried the axe and struck the trunk of the tree. Whack, whack, whack. The sounds of the blows rang through the forest. The wood of the tree was very hard. The wood of this tree is very hard. Chop, chop, chop. Cut, cut, cut. The man wipe off the sweat. You can see the man is wiping off his sweat. And that ran down his face and neck. Whack, chop, whack, chop. Soon the man grew tired. He sat down to rest at the foot of the great kapok tree. He sat down over here. This is the root of the great kapok tree. These are the roots you can see. Before he knew it, the heat and the hum of the forest had lulled him to sleep. As he was very tired, he fell asleep. A boa constrictor lived in the kapok tree. He slithered down its trunk to where the man was sleeping. Oh my God! He looked at the gash the axe had made in the tree. Then the huge snake slid very close to the man and hissed in his ear. See the snake? He just slid very close to the man and hissed in his ear. You can see the snake is hissed in his ear. Sneha, this tree is the tree of miracles. It is my home, where generations of my ancestors have lived. Do not chop it down. Wow! A bee buzzed in the sleeping man's ear. This bee is buzzing in his ear. We have two ears, right? Okay. Seher, my hive is in this kapok tree, and I fly from tree to tree and flower to flower, collecting pollen. What do you mean by hive? Where the bee stays. It's home?
Yes.
Yeah, it's home. So, bee is saying, my hive is in the kapok tree and I fly from tree to tree and flowers to flower for collecting pollen.
And then they make a honey.
Yeah, in this way, I pollinate the trees and flowers throughout the rainforest. You see, all living things depend on one another. A troop of monkeys scampered down from the canopy of the kapok tree. What do you mean by canopy? Canopy means it is the sunny area on top of the tree where the sun rays easily come. So the troop of the monkeys scampered down from the canopy of the kapok tree. You can see the monkeys. So many monkeys are here. They chattered to the sleeping man. Say her, we have seen the ways of man. You chop down one tree, then come back for another and another. What they are saying to this man? Hey man, we have seen so many men. They come and chop the trees, one after another. The roots of these great trees will wither and die. The root of these trees will be weakened and it will die. And there will be nothing left to hold the earth in place. Then earth will be empty. So don't chop the trees. We have our home on trees. When the heavy rain comes, the soil will be washed away and the forest will become a desert. Forest means it's a full of
Animals.
trees, full of animals and full of dense trees. And what they are saying, if you will cut the trees, then the soil will be washed away and the forest will become a desert. Desert means we can't see water or trees, anything in the desert. It's full of sand. Okay. A toucan and maker and cock of the rock flew down from the canopy. Say ho, squawked the toucan, you must not cut down this tree. We have flown over the rainforest and seen what happens once you begin to chop down the trees. See, all are worried. Why? Because they are
Very sad for the Kapok.
they are very sad because the man came and they chopped down so many trees, but they do not want them to chop them down.
No.
Many people settle on the land. They set fires to clear the underbrush and soon the forest disappears. Where once there was life and beauty, only black and smoldering ruins remain. Okay, so do not chop the trees. A bright and small tree frog crawl along the edge of a leaf. You can see the frog over here. Yeah, I can see so many frogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so many. So they just crawl along the edge of a leaf. See, these are the leaves. These are the leaves and they are crawling along the edge of the leaf. In a squeaky voice, he piped in the man's ear. Say her, a ruined rainforest means ruined lives. Many ruined lives. You will leave many of us homeless. Homeless means without home. Where we will stay if you will chop the trees. If you chop down this great kapok tree, we will be homeless. So please do not chop trees.
No.
A jaguar, see, a jaguar had been sleeping along a branch in the middle of the tree. Because his spotted coat blended into the dappled light and shadows of the understory, no one had noticed him. Understory means what? Understory means the very deep area of the tree.
Yes.
Okay?
Where
It
is
is
that?
the down area of the tree. No one had noticed him because
He chopped it down.
his spotted coat
Yes. And he
blended into a dappled light and shadows of the understory. So
Yes.
no one had noticed him. Now he leaped down and padded silently over to the sleeping man. He growled in his ear, "Say ho, the kapok tree is home to many birds and animals. If you cut it down, where will I find my dinner?" He is also worried why these men are chopping down the trees. 4 tree porcupines swung down from the branch to branch and whispered to the man. Whisper to the man. It means very slowly they said something in man's ear. "Say ho, do you know what we animals and humans need in order to live? Oxygen. And say ho, do you know what trees produce? Oxygen. If you cut down the forest, you will destroy that which gives us all life." Trees are giving us what?
Life.
Life. How? They are giving us oxygen.
Oxygen.
Right? Yeah. They are giving us
Oxygen.
oxygen. And we need oxygen.
Yes.
Several anteaters climbed down the kapok tree with their young clinging to their backs. See? This baby is clinging to his mama's back. The unstriped anteater said to the sleeping man, "Say ho, you are chopping down this tree with no thought for a future? And surely you know that what happens tomorrow depends upon what you do today. See, whatever we are doing today, it will give us tomorrow. It means that if we'll chop down the trees today, then how we'll live tomorrow? So we need to think about future. And surely you know that what happens tomorrow depends upon what you do today. The big man tells you to chop down a beautiful tree. He doesn't think of his own children, who tomorrow must live in the world without trees." A three-toed sloth had begun climbing down from the canopy. Canopy means top of the tree. They were climbing down from the canopy when the man first appeared. Only now did she reach the ground, plodding ever so slowly over to the sleeping man. She spoke in her deep and lazy voice. He is very lazy. "Say ho, how much is beauty worth? Can you live without it? If you destroy the beauty of the rainforest, on what would you feast your eyes?" He is very lazy. Sloth. A child from the Yanomamo tribe who live in the rainforest knelt over the sleeping man. He murmured in his ear, "Say ho, when you awake, please look upon us all with new eyes." What is saying? When you wake up, please look upon us with your new eyes. The man awoke with a start. Man awoke with a start. Before him stood the rainforest child, and all around him, staring, were the creatures who depended upon the great kapok tree. He can see all of them. Jaguar, then monkeys, then sloth, very lazy sloth, birds, all are there around him. What wondrous and rare animals they were! He's thinking. The man looked about and saw the sun streaming through the canopy. From top of the tree, the sun rays. He is looking at sun rays. Spots of bright light glowed like jewels, amidst the dark green forest. Strange and beautiful plants seemed to dangle in the air, suspended from the great kapok tree. The man smelled the fragrant perfume of their flowers. He felt the steamy mist rising from the forest floor, but he heard no sound, for the creatures were strangely silent.
Then
The man stood and picked up his axe. See, this is axe. With using axe, he struck the tree's trunk. Okay. He swung back his arm as though to strike the tree. Suddenly, he stopped. He turned and looked at the animals and the child. He hesitated. Then he dropped the axe and walked out of the rainforest. Like this, he didn't chop the tree.
no.
And all animals of the rainforest became happy.
Happy.
So this is the end of the rainforest story.